Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Carson.
And today we are watching Jujutsu Kaisen episode 10 or 9?
10.
10. Jujutsu Kaisen episode 10. What happened last time?
Last time Mahito and I forget his name, the guy from the movie theater were talking, and we learned about the nature of the new group of the true humans or whatever they're calling themselves. And we met Nanami, who is a badass and it's super relatable, and it was a good time. And now, what is happening now? What did we get left off with? Oh, they're following him. They're following him, and they had those little guys in the cage, and you were thinking like maybe if he can see it or
then
something.
Then that will let them know, because normal people won't see anything. But if he turns around, sees them, and has a reaction, then they'll know.
I don't know if there's a point to that. Really, because they kind of know that he's there's something weird about him.
I suppose.
So, but I don't know what they're really planning. I guess there's only one way to find out.
And also, Nanami is going after. That's why he sent Yuji to go after the normal guy, so that he can go after the curse, because he already knows where they are. He's sending him on a not necessarily a fake mission, but
sending him away
from the extreme danger.
Yes.
That's an important thing as well. But we hope that if you like this video, you like it, and you maybe subscribe to stick around until next week's. We hope you support the official release. We're watching on Crunchyroll. That is where this is being distributed.
Hope you guys enjoy. We're getting right into this. Let's go. Movie club. Brother. They're making it really easy to get on this guy's side.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. What is he supposed to do? Ugh. So he didn't completely flay them or something? He didn't use some sort of curse technique to turn them all into radishes or whatever the fuck he can do? Yeah. Mistaken translation. Interesting grammar. That's really interesting. But the words matter, because they say something about the overall society. If a culture changes the meaning of a idiom or a phrase, what the fuck? A person? Well, I like horror movies, so I guess so. Oh, it's just so far removed. Kind of is. Is it not? I hope you have a good explanation for that. Whoa. That's really interesting. That's kind of funny. We see souls as like this nebulous and super important thing. But if it was a real physical, like, manifestation... I bet he gets a lot of, like, cursed energy from this kid. Or, like, I wonder what the deal is. Why he's so interested.
Yeah.
You think you said that he had a plan to, like, get him into Jujutsu school and, like, have a mole on the inside?
Yeah, I just wasn't sure because he's, like, there in the
opening.
Mm-hmm. So it is just a test for him to see what he can do.
But I wonder if they've accounted for that. Like, are they planning to have Jujutsu people come and, like, fuck with him? Yoshino. I gotta say it out loud. Makes sense. Because he's a renegade. He doesn't give a fuck about the rules. I actually like that he didn't tell him about that. Because it just makes sense with his character. Because, like, Gojo has said multiple times that he fucking hates the establishment.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck, it's happening? Oh, he's using the sharp end. It's still wrapped, though.
And there's all these, like...
Oh, shit. Yeah. Overtime. Is that this? Oh, fuck. Commercial break. God damn.
Alright.
Here we go. Hopefully Nanami doesn't die after being so cool
yeah,
for
could you
one
imagine?
episode.
I would be livid.
Where's Gojo Sensei? Picture perfect frivolity. Yeah. I guess they are kind of similar. Oh, he's doing a similar thing that, I mean, we haven't seen his... He's doing a similar thing that, like, Oh, so this is that jutsu. Chicken or the egg? The soul. The soul came first because it's just energy, isn't it? The body came first?
No, I thought yeah, he said the
soul
body
always
or the
exists
soul,
before
so
the body.
the soul
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
second. So he doesn't even alter other people's, like, bodies necessarily. He just alters their soul.
That's
and
fucked.
Yeah.
That's so fucked up. What does that do to them if they die? So that thing's been alive.
He's a bunch of them.
That's so fucked up. Those things are alive. They're people. Jujutsus, are they sorcerers? Well, judging from what we knew about the previous transfigured humans that they fought last episode, they're not, like, conscious, but it's still, like, a person, you know? Oh, you mean the sensei that ignored you when you were getting fucked with? How blind? How fucking blind can you possibly be? Is he fucking around? Does he actually think they're friends, or is he trying to, like...
He's gonna kill this guy?
And yet you have no idea. Yeah. True. That's so fucking crazy, man. And it's so fucking true.
Is he actually gonna kill this guy?
With Yuji watching? You're about to get some serious evidence of what this kid was up to.
Are you...
Damn, old man, exposing yourself in front of your student, you piece of shit. Isn't that his house right there?
He wants his pants back, I suppose. Yeah.
You ran around the block already? Oh, because maybe sense the curse energy? Just a hunch, yeah. That means he was sensing the curse energy coming from him. Or he could just tell that he was pissed off. The other guy clearly wasn't an empath.
Ew.
I wonder what's gonna happen at the end of this. Is he gonna... He's not gonna... I don't think he'll die, but I wonder if he'll get, like, severely fucked up or taken prisoner.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think Mahito is going anywhere. Is he making them say that? I doubt it. Yeah.
It sucks.
See, it makes me wonder if what she said about them being, like, not human anymore is true, or just a thing to tell to Yuji. Yeah. Oh, he can fuck with that too. Their souls sweat?
Yeah, so he can control their soul and their...
Yeah, he can see right through you.
Yeah, he just wants to get him in, Okay.
What did that do to him?
Oh.
Oh, can he change the shape of... Yeah, he can change the shape. Yeah. That makes sense, because he's just a curse, right?
Yeah. Interesting.
But he can't... It's not... Yeah, exactly. The soul is like a complete mystery.
It looks like he
Subconsciously
did it. Interesting.
This is a really fucking high stakes fight because it's the first fight where it's not a main character and it's not Gojo, like, who's super powerful. And it's the main villain, like.
Yeah.
It's not looking good for our main boy here. Overtime. Or, oh, is he just gonna walk away? He needs to finish the job quickly.
Nice.
That was good. That was a good episode. That was a really solid episode.
Oh, it's a good episode. It's gonna be
Oh,
wearing
no.
it. Why?
Fucking second years are all cross-dressers.
Nice one.
Holy shit. That was a good episode. That was a really strong episode. I just want to... oh, shit. I missed something, but I can't remember what it was. Were those little humans Jujutsu sorcerers?
No, I don't think so. I think he wants to test out his theory that a Jujutsu sorcerer's soul would be stronger than the average humans.
Yes.
And that's why he's happy that he's a grade 1 sorcerer.
And not a special grade.
No, and just not, like, super shitty.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's, like, a perfect test subject of someone that he, in his mind, can easily overcome, but is still, like, top level.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Because when he said, I was confused. Because then later he was like, yeah, sometimes I'm not super precise with their awareness or, like, level of consciousness.
What he said is I guess when he maybe first started, they would just die instantly. But now he can do it so that they stay alive, so he can use them for fighting.
Yeah.
But when they talk or, like, say weird shit, he hasn't figured out how to stop them from doing that, so he calls it, like, that's just them, like, sweating a little bit.
But I don't know if sweating was, like, his bullshit name for what's happening, or if he's making fun of the fact that it's crying. I don't know, because, like...
Yeah, I don't know if he's like, talking about, like, the emotion leaking.
Yeah, it's, like, leaking out, yeah. I think that's about what it is.
Yeah. Which is kind of fucked.
It's such a fucked up ability, man. Like...
And it's so interesting how... It's way more interesting that he's altering the soul and the body is, like, moving to match that. That makes... It makes a lot more sense and a lot more creepy. Yeah. Rather than just like, oh, I can touch you and turn you into looking weird. It's like the reason they take on those weird shapes is because of like what he's doing. That's what I'm really liking. The powers. I love it's super. It's fucking really good that they're setting up the power system in this way. It's really smart to do that, to make your power system and the way that because we talk about this all the time in Naruto, and it's a big problem that Naruto has, is that it's not always as consistent with this, because chakra isn't directly, it's linked to your emotions, but it's not like in this cursed energy, it is a representation of your emotional and like spiritual essence and your state. So like how well or poorly you use jujutsu techniques or your cursed energy, or how much cursed energy is in the air, is directly related to like the emotional state of the people. That's why like Yuji's just like, oh, you hate that guy, didn't you? When like on the outside, maybe he could see like, oh, he looks like he's really uncomfortable in this conversation, but Yuji was. They kind of confirmed that it was like it's showing to do with, at least I think the way I took it, my interpretation was that he said like, oh, I have a hunch. I just had a hunch that you hated him, which is like if he's been training to like deal with cursed energy and stuff like that, and cursed energy is directly linked to negative emotion, then him having a hunch is him sort of reading the situation on a spiritual level, which is one, just like a social thing, but two is the whole power system has been built around that idea. Mm-hmm. So it gives a lot of interesting potential, and it makes a lot of sense like in real life. You know how people say that like if you have a messy room, then you have like a messy mind. It's that kind of thing. It's like how different parts of like if there's something wrong with you on the inside, you like externalize it. And the way that like your body the way that your body sort of shapes around the soul, it's like the way that you are on the inside is represented on how you are on the outside.
You know? So it's interesting. It kind of makes sense on a meta level there as well. It's really cool. It's a really cool ability, and it's congruent with what they've set up, and it leaves a lot to, like, speculate on how it can be used in the future, or, like, what it can mean on a character level as well. And it's really awesome when they link the power system to sort of the emotional stakes, or find a way to, like, have those be congruent with each other. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's so interesting, and it's really cool that he can do it to his own soul as well. Yeah. So he's like almost like a shapeshifter character at the same time. Like he can give himself different feet and different legs if he wants, and then he can go faster. Or maybe he could, like, turn into a fish or some shit. Maybe he could turn into something completely different. Turn into literally anything. He could fly away. I don't know.
Yeah, theoretically you could do anything. It probably wouldn't look so graceful as, like, a bird. It would probably look disgusting and fleshy and kind of fucked up. But then again, he did make hooves.
He made those hooves, and they looked, like, pretty good. Pretty normal, yeah. And he, like he said, he's, like, so familiar with his own... I think it's because he's so familiar with his own soul, he can, like... be really precise with it.
I just love that the whole thing of your soul, like, to you guys, the soul is such a mystery, but to, like, the way when you can see it, it's just a thing that exists. So it's not this mystical, nebulous, magical thing that exists inside you, your essence and all this stuff. It's just this shitty little bead of energy that exists within you. And once you can reach out and touch it, the mystery and the majesty of it is gone. So it's just another thing in the world, and it's kind of like, it's cynical, but not sort of. It's not contradicting, you know? Like, he's being cynical, but usually cynical would mean, like, oh, souls don't exist. It's like, no, they exist. They're just nothing special. And they're just sort of little balls of emotional energy that can be manipulated just like anything else.
Fucking, they release that stuff at totally the wrong time. I guess I'm kind of glad that he didn't just straight up murder that guy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's, like, the worst thing to happen, because they would have seen him murder that guy, and then they would have been like, yikes, let's take this guy in.
It's so fucking true what he was saying about the teachers, though. It's just like, you grew up, went through school, went through school again, graduated, and then went back to school to teach, and you've just spent your entire life in a school. You haven't really experienced real life, which isn't 100% true. But for some teachers, you can really tell that, like, they never grew out of it. They never, like, got out of school. Like, I've had professors like that, where it's just like, you spent your you've literally set up your life to where you can just be in school, and, like, you just really like the high school environment, so you either go to university or you teach at a high school because it's, like, so familiar. Like, it's so weird. It's not all teachers, obviously. I've had good teachers, like anyone has, but some of them, they're just, like, so blind and, like, just don't fucking...
Well, it's the same, even, like, a lot of parents are like that as well.
True.
Like, I don't think it's exclusively teachers.
It's not exclusively teachers.
But they're in a position where they can be like I would imagine, like, someone's parents who just, like, weren't paying attention to their kid would be like, oh, weren't you friends with those guys that I, like, saw you hanging out with a few times? Like, no, but you're not paying attention.
And you can never tell if they're actually blind. Like, with that guy, I think he's just dumb and blind and wasn't paying attention. But the way he looked at the whole situation when he walked by makes me think that he knows what's going on and is choosing to look away and lying to the victim that he could have saved to his face, and like acting like he's playing dumb, which is, like, infinitely worse. So, like, and it's just pathetic. It's like, being pantsed is the fucking the least that should happen to that guy if that's what he's doing. I have no respect for that, especially as a teacher position, because what are these fucking hoodlums gonna do? They're not gonna beat up a teacher if he fucking rolls up to them. They're not gonna burn him with cigarettes and put cockroaches in his mouth. He just has to deal with a little uncomfortable situation, but he's not willing to. It's so real to me. I never got burned with cigarettes and put cockroaches in my mouth, but there were definite situations where, like, a couple kids were, like, fucking with me for years, and then I, like, told the teachers, and they, like, didn't really do anything, and I told them for over and over again, And then at one point I like exploded and got violent, and then they were like, you can't be doing, and I'm just like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? You know, like it's just that shit of like, you guys, you all knew what was going on and you didn't do anything, and then you're surprised when shit gets real, when there's some sort of retaliation or like shit goes down. It's like, it's so it's so fucking eyes wide shut. It's ridiculous. And it's so real. Like this is an anime, but it's fucked up, and it really resonates with me, I guess.
Oh yeah, I like how they included the thing, and I'm also glad that it seems like the main character that we have hopefully isn't going to be like, oh well, we need, like, what I didn't want from these like cursed human souls turned into like weird monsters was to be like, oh, now we need to try and find a way to like save them or some shit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. Like, it seems like, oh, they're like, they were people but now they're monsters.
Yeah.
But so we need to save them, and it's like,
monsters, we need to save them.
Yeah, we need to save them, but it's been sort of set, like, no, you can't save them. Once they're like this, they're like this.
Unless you can find a way to alter people's soul, but nobody can see that.
But yeah, no one can see that, so it seems pretty much unlikely right now. The best thing to do is to just kill them.
Yeah, and imagine being, like, transfigured in that way, and then, 20 years later, a Jujutsu sorcerer came around that can turn people back, so we changed all these people back. Imagine if you had been sitting in that weird limbo, going insane because your soul is disfigured, and like, imagine having your soul disfigured. Like, just imagine what that can be, what that would have, what effect that would have on you psychologically.
The other thing is, I don't even know if they would even stay alive for that long. 'Cause
exactly.
He said that they would first die, and now he's able to get them to be alive for a while longer.
Yeah.
But who knows how much, like, I doubt it's more than a month.
Yeah.
Probably, like, a few weeks. But it's just so fucked how he can get them into that small size, and then he can just, like, throw them out and turn them into something. It's, really disturbing.
Fucked up, man. Can't wait for next episode, though. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction and the review this episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. The show's really warming up. This show's really grabbing me. The more, like, again, we said it a couple episodes, it's like, the more we see, the more we like.
Yeah.
And now that we got, like, the power system is full-on established, we know what's going on in each fight, and we understand how everything kind of works. And with that, we actually get the payoff of the big moments that happen. And it's really, I can tell a serious difference now that we're, like, I don't know. I'm really liking this. Was a great episode, and I can't wait to see what happens next week. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Please like and subscribe. Thank you to all of our patrons, especially those in the Student Council.
Zenge,
John Ortega,
Aurora,
Lewis,
Christian Bay,
Kage Uzumaki,
Dreadful XR,
Xiao Lao,
Brian,
Handicap Bonkai,
D23L,
Charles Liu,
Jude Caspino Buford,
Nick Psycho,
Michael Wells,
King Mr. Mew,
Rifleman Z51,
Thelmus Celetius,
Brandon Bruce,
Yankee,
Vanonian,
Yuki Ali,
Mord Tarragon,
Josh Carey Gray,
Jordan Agnew,
Lolly Convict,
Redacted,
Zachary Porth,
Mohammed Burnham Ahmed,
Michael E. Zabel,
Callum Forsyth,
Nicholas Woody,
Soma Yukihara,
Dogs Free,
It's Your Boy Dom,
Christian Nielsen,
Phantom,
Quant Tuggle,
Proyectos Informatica,
Sugar Daddy Alex,
Tara,
Hunter Wayne Germany. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one.